eyes take me home, take me to the sky. I got a good feeling. Tell me the only thing you are is mine. Take me home, take me on a ride. I got a good feeling about the colors lighting up your eyes. Take me home, take me to the sky. I got a good feeling. Tell me the only thing you are is mine now. I got a good feeling. I got a good feeling. Good feeling. I got a good feeling. I got a good feeling. Good feeling. You wanna do is move with me, I'm seeing blue, yeah. In a disco-colored room, hearts are blooming. It's so consuming. Love what you're doing, so good that I'm doomed, yeah. Baby, you make me crazy. I'm seeing roses. Baby, just maybe you save me. Oh, take me home, take me on a ride. I got a good feeling about the colors lighting up your eyes. Take me home, take me to the sky. I got a good feeling. Tell me the only thing you are is mine now. I got a good feeling. I got a good feeling. Good feeling. I got a good feeling.
Yeah.
I was sure that it'll be easier to clear you from my mind. Struggle with dusty corners that were filled with fatal bombs. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Situation got upset when I stepped on a memory thorn. How I did it to myself. Let how heavy you had to break free from the minefield that you are. Bomb, bomb, bomb. I wish you fall off from a window, take a bad trip to the ground. It'd be my pleasure, see your pressure just before you break a bone. I wish you fall off from a window, take a bad trip to the ground. Ooh. It'd be my pleasure, see your pressure just before you break a bone. You're reflecting, I'm deflecting, burning tires to move on. Too many noises, clash the choices, future came and left like ghosts. No more messing, no caressing, heavy pending on the walls. How I did it to myself. Craving a hip, practice less, sleeping on my bed is golden sand.
Good morning everyone and welcome at the second day of the World Youth Under 16 Chess Olympiad 2023. I did it right, I think. We're going to broadcast you the games today. We have two games and my name is Stefan Kuipers. I'll be your host for today and once again accompanied by Bianca de Jong-Muhern, woman grandmaster and also president of the Royal Dutch Chess Federation. Welcome once again.
Thank you, Stefan.
We had I think pretty exciting first round yesterday. Some
Definitely.
surprising results, interesting games. And today we have the second round and the third round, which will be played at 4 in the afternoon. And I think we can summarize yesterday quickly by saying that everything went according to expectation, except for Turkey,
Yes.
who drew their match against Georgia,
Yeah.
which was quite unexpected. And a pretty good job by Georgia there. That means we have these pairings for today. Kazakhstan, the top seed, is playing India. China, the second seed, is playing Switzerland. And we're excited to see, of course, the Netherlands won board 3 now since Turkey drew their match yesterday, playing against Latvia. And also the Netherlands 2 is playing on board 4 against Hungary. But Hungary is the rating favorite and the rest of the pairings can be seen And we'll also be trying to keep an eye on the match on board. I'm not even sure what board.
15.
Board 15, where Turkey is playing, and they're playing against the Netherlands 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, correct.
So since Turkey is one of the favorites, we will keep an eye on them as well, especially since they're playing the Dutch guys, which we also like to keep an eye on. So that's what we can expect for today. We have the board pairings here. I think everyone can just have a look and see what's happening here. I must say we were confused yesterday a little bit because of the rapid ratings that are being shown on chess results.
Yeah.
Unless someone doesn't have a rapid rating, then normal FIDE rating shows.
Yes.
So some players can be stronger than we can see right here. But that's okay. We'll manage. And as mentioned yesterday, all these players are talented and might be a lot stronger than their rating indicates. So this will be what we're going to see today. I think all the players are already sitting down at the board. I did get notice that they will start a little bit later.
Yes, correct. One bus was just arriving from one of the hotels, so they'll start in a few minutes probably. I see some movement there. I don't know if they've started. No, not yet.
No.
Not
Adjusting
yet.
pieces.
Yes.
That's a ritual for every chess player.
What is also nice to note is that in Hungary, in the Hungarian team on board 4, there's a girl on board 1, so that's really nice. That's what
cool.
I like.
That's what
in
you
any
like,
case. So again, every team has to consist of one boy, at least one boy, and at least one girl, and it's according to the proposition of the team captain how the board pairings are done. Sometimes girls play against girls and boys play against boys, but the other way around is also possible. So here we have Soka Gal, who is the strongest on rating also of the Hungarian team, playing on board 1 against Kuipers mates.
And we do have moves. They just started. Nice.
They started.
As mentioned before, we have a lot of nice cameras in the playing hall. So the first 2 matches we can have close-ups of every chess player, as you can see, which is pretty cool. And we also have a lot of moving cameras, so we can try to focus on every player if we want to, most of the players if we want to. And here we see the first board of India, Aswat. He's playing against Ansat. Let's not confuse those two. I think, yeah, this is their game. Once again, it surprises me that they do take their time in the opening. We saw it yesterday.
Yeah.
At move 3 or 4, they started thinking, and normally like one of the players knows what to do and can play fast, but they seem to surprise each other every day.
This is also not really characteristically very.
It's too early for this stuff.
Word, yes, for kids to play like this, like knight f3, g3, bishop g2, short castle.
But we shouldn't forget that these kids.
They are good kids.
Yeah, they're good kids. Yeah, they're good boys. No, they're 25 plus, some of them. So these are just very experienced chess players. And as I mentioned yesterday, Ansat, the Kazakh player with white, I think he's the one who beat Grishuk in the World Blitz. Then you're not a kid anymore.
Yeah,
at some point,
that is true.
You're allowed to do anything you like.
Yeah.
Now these are experienced players. So on these, I mean, in the first round we did see some on paper weaker players. So you can expect some more like e4 and standard stuff.
Yeah.
But that's what we're used to in Holland. I can imagine other places in the world, maybe. I mean, I guess in Russia maybe there's a bigger chance you go for 1d4, for example.
Yeah.
So it depends on your trainer and your chess culture. Now this is what happened. He played h6. That's very early to do that, I think. But he played it here even.
Why? Why would you play that actually?
Yeah, you just beat me to asking that question.
There's no bishop to g5 yet.
I think sometimes you just want to have this available, but I'm not sure if that's an issue in this opening.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Seems kind of quick.
Yeah.
But maybe it's theory and.
Yeah, so we have no assistants here, so we're just working on brain power, which is a big challenge for us, of course. But no engines, no database, nothing. So we're trying our best, but these things can't tell for sure what's going on. And same goes for the white player. I think he's just taking his time.
Yeah, indeed.
let's just quickly go
Yep.
see the other
Second
boards,
board.
because now we do have the time in the opening. Then we are heading to indeed second board, where Arjun Adiredi is playing Daniel Sapinov.
Yes.
And there we do see a Sicilian. Let's just back up and see what happened there. Very correct. Wow, I'm not even gonna try again. You failed, I shouldn't try. Very typical for...
H3? Is it
Yeah, that's one of the main lines against the knight of these days.
G4? Yeah.
I mean, you can do anything. A4 is very popular, but we've seen many strange moves here. You can basically do
Yeah,
everything
true.
here. So H3 is one of the
As long as you attack, right?
Well, not really anymore.
Okay.
You have a lot of lines where, for example, you go bishop e2, black goes e5, you go knight f3, and you just start to play for this d5 square, for example.
Yeah.
So it's not only just attacking anymore, because that just doesn't work. And so people have to try other things against the knight, which is just a very strong opening. And they try h3 these days, and that's, I think, yeah, it's pretty much the main line at the moment. And you're just gaining some space, not really intending to attack. And it has some upsides and downsides. You do have some more space, which is nice. Downside is that black can often try something like g5, knight e5 to control that e5 square, which is super important. You can go f4, but then you have the risk of overextending a bit.
Yeah.
And the question is, what are you going to do next? It's not so easy to find a logical pawn push. Black can go like knight d7. There might be some bishop check, which could be annoying. So
But with white, you can also do like queen d2, long castle, and then just see.
you can still
after
castle,
that.
but then the big question is, what's the benefit of h3 compared to f3? Where if you go with f3, you can normally go h4 and g5, and yeah, you can go queen d2 and castle and still try to go for f4, but you're a bit slower maybe. So okay, it's an interesting interesting battle, and white surely has the initiative, but it's not like black has nothing. So it's just an exciting game.
Yeah.
I think no more new moves here. Nope. Let's move on to the third game in this match, which is between Mamedov and Suresh. And there we see the London, I think. Oh, not quite. Looked like a London, but there's of course a pawn on c4, so that's clearly not the case.
Just a steady position.
Yeah, you can tell we're not 1d4 players. We're not going into any detail about this opening. No, but true. It's nothing too crazy. Yeah. Let's just pick up board 4.
Yep.
Now we have the time to look at all the games before exciting stuff is happening. Also here, we see the Catalan setup, and yeah, normally black wants to go for this e5, this typical King's Indian.
Yeah. But then white
structure.
also plays e4, right?
Yeah, you have to prepare a bit, but black goes for knight c6. Once again, not really familiar with what's going on here. I know it's quite passive, but it's surely playable.
What's the bishop doing on d7? I don't fully understand. Mostly you keep that bishop on c8 for longer because you don't exactly know where it's going, right?
Yeah, I think, but I'm not quite sure. Maybe these are the lines where black is trying to go for b5.
Okay.
But I hope I'm not saying something stupid here. So maybe with a6, rook b8, and if you move the knight. But it does look a bit.
Sense.
It does look a bit passive. But white went e4, and this is the current position. I would really want to go e5 still because you feel so cramped with black here.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's still theory. I just don't know how it continues.
Okay, let's go to the second match.
That's China against Switzerland?
Yes, board 2, China, Switzerland.
Right. There we have I think this is board 1.
Dorian Aslani against Huawen Xu. Probably my pronunciation is not that well. I'm sorry about that.
I think they'll forgive us. Here we have the Queen's Gambit declined.
Yeah.
E3, A6. Black is probably aiming for some DC4 and B5.
Mm-hmm.
And wow, white already thinking for several minutes here.
A6 was the last move, right?
Yeah.
Clearly he didn't expect it.
No, you can always, I think you can always transpose to this CD5, ED5, this crossbot structure, where the question is A6
Yeah.
a good move? However, the bishop normally is on G5, so there are some differences there. You always have to consider this, both players have to consider this, what happens if CD5 still happens.
Yeah.
You're not too eager to play a bishop move, because then there's a big chance that
Yeah.
black will take. Black will of course wait for white to move the bishop and then take, so that white has to use 2 moves to
Yeah.
recapture the pawn. But here with B5, bishop goes somewhere, bishop E2, and black has comfortable play, I think. Needs to make sure C5 is going to be able to get on the board. If white prevents it, you have to be careful. But I think black should be fine here. So I guess white is trying to figure out what to do. You can also play C5. Sorry, here. You can also play C5. Try to close everything, and it might become awkward for black because knight maybe wants to go to C6 in such a position, and maybe you want to pressure with B6, but
Yeah.
I'm just not sure if it's all possible.
And like E5 ideas are never really possible here for black. Actually, you want to attack the base, right? But here it's kind of shaky still.
Sometimes you can, because it's always nice to gain some space yourself. He did play a move, by the way. He played A3, A4. He played A4. Yeah, that's also a possibility. So A4 preventing the move B5, of course.
Yeah.
So he just wants to keep the tension in the center, and now he's probably going to develop with bishop D3, castle kingside, queen C2, and doesn't really have to worry about the DC4 because you can just take with the bishop, and surely you make 2 moves, but black doesn't have B5, and that's going to make a difference, I think.
Yeah. There's a move played there.
Did he? Yeah, I think that's
White played.
that's him. That's him playing A4 still, or no? Bishop B4 was played, and then what happened? Hold on a second.
Bishop B4.
I have the feeling there was some.
He played something.
The pawn's on G6. Are we looking at the different?
That is possible. Yeah, the queen is on B3 also.
Yeah, we're looking at the different different game. That's okay. Yeah, so A4 being played, bishop B4 being played.
Yes.
Which is the downside of A4. But okay, it's always nice to see how one move has a consequence, that if you play A4, there's bishop B4 suddenly, but there's no longer B5, so you have to be very flexible and respond on whatever your opponent is doing.
Yeah.
Okay, still earlier in the game, so let's check the other boards. Oh, that's nice. Board 2, Xiao Tong against Matthias Mattenberger, and he's playing my pet line against the Sicilian. As I said, you can do anything against the Eindhoven. I'm a big fan of queen.
Even queen D3.
Even queen D3 is playable up to some point. No, I'm playing this for many years now, and this is one of my favorite lines against the Eindhoven. Some really nice games played here. And the main idea basically is that you always have queen G3.
Yeah.
So if black goes for this setup, I'm not going to say you're going to play it right here, but you can just annoy him by targeting G7 and making it very difficult for black to develop.
Yeah.
It's just annoying for black if you don't know how to play against it. Knight D7, bishop E2, B5, and here the move B4 I think he played. Yeah, that's the correct move. It looks a bit weird, but you're just stopping knight C5, and you're going to play A4 next and putting pressure on B5. B4 is quite unexpected for most black players.
Indeed. This is not. This is rarely seen in the Eindhoven.
Yeah, but it's you have some weird lines. I'm gonna try to reproduce them, but it's not so easy. Let's say you just develop in a normal fashion. you have some ideas where I'm just going to try to get the position on the board just to show people what the dangers can be in these positions. You have, I think there's like knight b6, rook a5 here. I think you can play like knight d5 in some cases, where after ed5 knight f5 is being played.
Oh, nice.
And you can be in massive trouble in no time.
Yeah.
This bishop is guarding h5, so no knight h5 issues.
Yeah.
And the bishop is also joining play, so it can become very dangerous very quickly.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is the right position, but just to get some idea of what can happen.
Interesting.
Normally
you don't have a bishop on b2 helping in the attack in g7, of course.
Yeah. So black played g6, I think. No, bishop b7. Black is fine, by the way. I mean, there's not a big issue, but white is comfortable play, and black is under some sort of pressure because you're not sure how to deal with the initiative. And I think you should always take, rook takes, and probably just develop your pieces. But okay, white seems to have a comfortable position.
Yeah.
Funny to see this opening. Okay, wow, we should go to board 3. What's going on there?
There's Maria Manco against Chang Rui Kong.
What's
Wow,
this
this is fire on board. What happened?
Good question.
And black has 44 minutes, so black is still in theory.
Yeah, I didn't spend a lot of time there. We're heading into this Slav with g3, b5. Yeah, these lines can go crazy. A4, bishop b7. Once again, this should all be well known. Not to me, by the way.
Not to me either.
I mean, this is so far still looking quite normal.
Mm-hmm.
Queen a7, queen c8. It makes a lot of sense up to this point. Bishop a3. b4 makes sense.
Yeah.
And here, it's just white to move. It looks crazy, but when you just replay the moves,
it's kind of logical.
It's very logical. I'm not sure why you play bishop a3 and allow b4. That's a bit of a strange
No tricks
sequence
here,
of
right?
moves.
No. You just have to take your bishop back to b2. But gives black some edge, some tempo. Maybe castle after bishop b2.
I think you should go back to c1 even.
Yeah.
There's no point in going to b2, it feels
But
like.
then why play bishop a3?
Yeah, so that is a good question.
Or you evoked before, but I wouldn't know why you want to. Now you have square c4. Maybe is that it?
Yeah,
to go with your knight.
But I think she just made a mistake.
Yeah. Okay. That's also possible.
I mean, if you play bishop a3 and b4 comes, then you're not sure what to do.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah.
The only thing is knight c4. That could be a direct possibility that you gained from playing bishop a3, or rook c1. Are the only moves I can see that could benefit from this bishop a3, b4. But
White is
I don't see it.
thinking. Maria. She doesn't seem very secure.
Yeah, I'm just
About
curious to see
b4.
how her opponent is looking. He's like, yeah, I'm just attacking your bishop.
Yeah.
Show me, what's your plan? He does look a bit unsettling. Yeah, she goes bishop b2.
b2, yes.
Yeah, but then things just didn't really work out because I don't think b4 is like a weakness or something. And as I said, I maybe prefer the bishop on c1 even because it can at least do something.
Yeah, because you can never really do d5, play d5 or whatever.
No.
So it's actually kind of strange in b2.
Yeah, no, it looks okay for black. Okay, board 4.
Yes.
I think we see another Najdorf.
Miao Yi Lu against Johannes Rapazzo.
Yeah, she played a brilliant game yesterday against Dutch guy Boyd Lenen. I mean, she looked super confident in her attack. We weren't entirely sure it worked, but it looked amazing.
And she could take a queen, right? A full queen, and she didn't do it because she had something better.
Didn't care, yeah. So here she still has so much time on the clock. So we see the Najdorf, and here we see, I think, an example of what we just talked about. the move a4, which is popular these days.
She really played everything a tempo.
Yep.
She has almost 47 minutes. Again, she looks pretty secure.
Yep. I think a4, the idea is to stop b5 so that you have you make sure that you have bishop c4. I think it's all about this square.
Yeah.
So that's why she played bishop g5, because she just intends to take the knight.
Yeah.
And at some point what you want in the future is that you keep a strong knight on d5 against this bishop.
Yes, correct.
And all the other minor pieces exchanged. That's
Yes.
like your ideal scenario.
Yeah. I did play this with with white a long time ago.
Yeah. No,
It's very positional play,
yeah.
indeed.
So she takes immediately. Knight goes to d5. She goes bishop c4.
Yeah.
Once you know the ideas, chess can be quite simple. b3 played instantly. And here it's black to move, and yeah. So black needs to try and find a way to exchange this bishop for a minor piece of white. If you manage to do so, then you solve your problems.
Yes. But it's always quite thin, your advantage with white. It's
Yeah, normally you have none.
yeah,
Engine
exactly.
still says you have no advantage.
Yeah.
But to
So
play
that's
it,
why I quit playing this line. It was too thin.
yeah, but normally black is expecting to have play an initiative. I mean, neither player is
Yeah,
normally a bit more
that is
aggressive.
true.
They don't really like such a
Psychological,
position.
it's a good choice.
I played
Yeah.
a few times and my opponents always complained.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't like my position, and they're already like thinking they were worse while
Yeah.
position was still equal.
Exactly. Yeah.
And he played.
H6 and a tempo knight x6.
No, she
No,
she-
not h6.
she takes. She takes everything.
Can we see?
Yeah. Do I have? No.
No.
What did
That
he play?
is,
Did he play g6? Oh, he played knight b6. What's going on here? Knight b6.
Knight b6.
That's probably a clever move. I think this deserves serious consideration.
Yes.
But she takes that bishop, I think.
Maybe
and
she wins
also
a pawn
did
somewhere?
not consider queen d6 because she instantly played bishop e6, queen e6 and castle. But
But this is not really. I don't know. It's a bit drawish. Maybe black can try to push d5 later.
yeah, so now you can't, right? Because
No.
you have this knight e5
Yes.
with rook e1. But you can. Okay, so if you
Yeah.
castle,
Black castle.
White
right?
will play
No,
c4.
not yet.
but now you also have f5, and I'm not sure
Yeah.
if this pawn is weak enough.
No, it is not.
This knight is badly positioned.
Knight goes to c5.
Yeah.
I think black doesn't have any trouble here.
This is difficult because it might be the best moves that she's playing at the moment. Wow, castles, and instantly she she played
Maybe
rook
she
e1.
think it's a blitz tournament.
Might be, yeah, rook e1. I think she knows it.
Rook e1. Yeah, it has to be. Okay, rook e1 is logical. It prevents d5.
But okay, you have some ideas because sorry, f5 takes, rook takes. You have knight d4.
Yes.
So it looks like preparation and good preparation.
And queen f5 is also not possible because d6 is hanging.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Well, c2 is hanging as well, but e5 is hanging after that, and b6 is hanging, so it is not possible. Rook e1 seems logical, but I would think black is pretty okay if you just play, I don't know, rook f e8 or d8 and move your knight from b6 to c5. Just prepare a little.
These moves make a lot of sense. Yeah, white will want to reroute this knight to c4,
Yes.
e3 maybe.
And then to d5 probably. When the knight of b6 is gone.
Yeah.
But then you like a bishop on e7 opposing your knight on d5, right?
Yeah, so maybe this is what gives white like objectively the biggest edge,
Mm-hmm.
if it's preparation, but the other position might be more difficult for black to
Yeah.
handle. That's always a
Yeah.
very thin line. Okay, I
But
mean,
okay, she got some credits yesterday by her play, so
yeah, no, sure, we do believe her
Yes.
until proven otherwise. huh?
Exactly.
All right, so these are the first two matches that are ongoing. Let's head to
The Netherlands won
Netherlands won
against Latvia.
Yes.
So Jong-Muhern on board 1 with black against Arsenis Savichevs.
Ooh, is Hichan in trouble? It surely looks like it. The Karakan.
Karakan.
The quick c5, knight c6.
Kind of looks like a French now, but then with the bishop on f5 instead of on
It's
c8.
the best French ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
indeed. Every French player dreams of this.
Yeah, I mean, every time if you're a French player and you see this, you're like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
b4. Also, this is very theoretical, so there are also downsides, of course, because the bishop can be out of play. If white is really focusing the play on the queen side, then the bishop is feeling a bit awkward and would love to go to d7, for example. So there are surely differences.
Definitely.
b6, now c4. Yeah, that's an interesting move, because you don't really want black to block this square.
Maybe it's nice to show that if black does not play b6, then he has some issues with the b6 of white losing a piece.
Yeah, nice tactic there.
Yes.
So
At least a piece, in any case.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good point. So b6 seems necessary. c4. Yeah, that feels like
c4.
almost feels like you're dropping a pawn, but
You are. But maybe you're winning it back quite quickly. And
Just
black has to do something to try to castle.
these moves are always you
Well,
have to play them at some point, but it's always feels a
It
bit
can
ugly.
be okay if your knight goes to f5, or to g4, but okay, you should consider bishop takes h6 as well. And where's the king going?
Yeah, the thing is, if you take an h6, the king is normally quite safe there because you have your bishops to defend, and white is missing the dark square bishop, which is useful. Let's say you take. I mean,
But
you're
your pawn
weakening.
structure is ruined.
Yeah, but on the dark square, so that's okay.
yeah, that's true.
You can handle this, normally speaking. Still looks ugly though. So knight c4, and now rook c1. That's a strong move, because if you take with the bishop, then black has time to do stuff.
This is a nice
But
Schwitzenzug.
yes. Oh,
Knight b2.
that's clever.
Okay.
So the thing is, if you're just castled, then rook takes c4 with tempo, and you probably double up, and you also have this outpost on c6, where you can just put your rook and make sure you control the c file.
Yes.
But knight b2 is clever.
And also after castle, there's always bishop takes h6 in the position, right?
Yeah, you're never entirely sure.
Yeah.
Especially with the rook on the fourth rank, it can just jump to the king side.
Yeah.
But knight b2, queen b3. So Hichan is surely giving it away his knight, but now there's no rook on c4, and the queen is
This
not
is
on
a better
a4.
version.
Good version, yeah. Castle. And now, I think it gets a bit tricky, because
I would do something like knight d4, knight c6.
yeah, you can. That's one good plan. But I do think that after knight d4, there's bishop e4 coming.
Maybe.
And I actually want to prevent this move, so I'm wondering what knight d2 is. Because now I threaten bishop here.
Yeah. Maybe rook c8, something like
and
that.
we're keeping this guy out of play. But I'm not so sure what if knight g4 is a move we should prevent. So I'm considering to take on h6 first, but okay, let's just try this. You want to go rook c8?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, I will go bishop here.
And queen b8.
And I can now just go rook c6 if I like. Maybe bishop c6, but let's just try this. And the thing is, you're a bit stuck, it seems.
Yeah, you are. I was trying to attack e5 a little as well, but okay, it is. You have a lot of space with white. You can play rook fc1. Yeah, it seems okay for white.
This looks very strong.
I think
So
Hichan is not very happy. Can we see his
no,
board?
we
He's
can't.
on 3, right?
Yeah, we don't have face cams there.
Yeah.
But we can. I mean, we can just see him. And the top left orange T-shirt.
Yes.
Not the one standing up, but the one behind.
Yeah, indeed. These Dutch guys are always very recognizable, right? In orange.
Yeah, it's almost fluorescent. It's getting close. They should even do that. But I like the shirts by the fourth team. They have the shirts sponsored by the High Tech Campus where we are sitting right now.
Yeah.
They look pretty cool. I mean,
Definitely.
orange it still looks good, but they have pretty nicely designed T-shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, Heechan in trouble. I think. I think 92 would be a very very strong move.
Also, his body language is okay. I really have
He
to think now.
He played 92. I'm just seeing the live board. He just played 92. Yeah, this is a struggle. You need to be careful because if you give white like 5 or 10 moves, you can be completely crushed on.
Yeah. I
on C and
mean,
D5.
white has a pawn on b5 and on e5. He has like 4 ranks to play, and even more if you go if you take square c6. And black has like 2.5 ranks to play.
Yeah, it's difficult. Okay, maybe you need to go fancy. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you have to go from f6 at some point. Not right now because there's a threat of bishop f3.
Yeah.
This one, of course. But f6 might be able to unleash your pieces and maybe create some possibilities for this bishop.
Yeah.
You need to try to pressure e5, I think, to gain some space, especially because going like bishop g6, knight f5, it doesn't feel active at all.
No.
But
and the other pawn is difficult to ambush, right? You can never really play a6 because of the bishop on e2.
Yeah, and also after a6, a4.
Yeah.
Okay, now there's some tactic, but you're right, you can just take on a6.
Yeah.
So Heechan has some issues to solve, and he needs to do that in a clever way.
I think he wants to exchange as much as possible, right? Because then you have less pieces to move around the 2.5 ranks.
Yeah, you want to exchange minor pieces.
Yeah.
Because I think it's not supposed to matter if you exchange the heavy pieces.
No.
Because they're usually not affected by lack of space.
No. True.
But yeah, I was considering a move like bishop c5. You know,
Now?
just to. It's a bad one, but I did consider it because, as you mentioned, you want to exchange pieces, and sometimes you want to, give up a pawn and then be able to free yourself.
Yeah.
But here it's not working. But
No, maybe you can rook ac8. You can prepare it.
Yeah.
And then this is what we had.
But that's why you want to block
and
this.
then after that,
maybe
bishop
that's why you
c5.
should
But that's too late.
Maybe now you should play bishop c6 then to
no,
stop
too
bishop
late.
c5. But okay, you can play f6 now.
Yeah.
It's not I mean, you have options, but it's difficult.
Yeah. I mean, also knight c4 coming here, maybe.
Yeah, no, it's just it's a very fun game for white.
Yes. Indeed.
We have no trouble at all finding good moves for white here.
Okay, let's go to the second board. Arthur de Winter with black against.
Let's just have a closer look at the game on board too, because we here see the outlines of a dragon, the accelerated dragon, the Maroxy bind. Characterized? That's the way to say it, right?
Yes.
It's actually an easy word. Characterized by these 2 pawns and controlling d5 very firmly, and yeah, makes it easy for white to play. Is it rapid? So don't see them writing moves is what we're being asked. Yeah, it is rapid. I think it's rapid up to like 1 hour time control. And I think 1 hour maybe plus a little bit of increment. I think if you go, well, if you have more time, then you come into the classical chess, and you do need to write moves, and now it's not necessary. So that's it's actually quite nice. Somehow you feel free in a way. So yeah, so 45 minutes plus 10 seconds, and that's rapid. All right. There's a lot of theory going on here in the
Yes.
Roxy bind, and it should be good for white, but actually it's never easy.
No, it's very drawish.
Yeah, but I also can't really imagine it's fun for black to play.
No, no.
But people do enjoy it, and yeah, you have
There's an endgame already.
you have these typical structures. You can also take with the c pawn.
But
Looks
then
like,
you're never going to win, right?
looks like you're winning a pawn, but you have rook a8, and
Yeah.
there's a2. Now these are hard to win. It looks beautiful because your king is centralized.
Yeah,
you
but
have
it's symmetrical.
center. Yeah, black is very solid.
Yeah.
But white takes with the e pawn, which feels like a good way to keep the position unbalanced.
Yes. That's what you want, because unbalanced pawn structures give both sides the opportunity to do something.
Yeah, but I was going to say I don't think it works. I don't think you gain anything from unbalancing, because now it's especially difficult. Position is very close now,
Yeah.
and it's hard to find a way through. So he goes for h4, but now black also has a nice plan, which is typical for these structures, to go a6, b5,
Yeah.
and he has a target now on c4. While if you would have taken the other way around, the pawn on c4 would be gone, and
Yeah.
there's no target like this. And I think the main problem is that there's this bishop, so it's controlling so many squares here that once A and B file open up, it's difficult
Yeah.
to defend your pawns in a healthy way, and black is controlling the
That
queen
bishop
side.
on g7 is really nice.
Yeah, so you need to be careful for that. So a6, h5, and just b5. You have to be careful. Black is able to suddenly have a better position if you're...
Yeah, and this h4, h5, I mean, there's no kingside attack. You can never mate black, so
I think what he wants to do maybe is, but I'm not sure if that's a thing, to go rook h4. I know you're a big fan, so I can just suggest this move, and you
I like it already.
So that you can recapture on c4 with the rook maybe, and also that you have to move bishop d4 is my main
Yes.
idea. But there's some, you have to be
Bishop
careful, you need
a6
to
and they
calculate. So maybe you can take on g6
Yeah.
and go rook h4. But there's still bishop f6, so I'm not sure if we can even manage to keep the rook on the fourth rank. I don't think we can. So my plan is probably just nonsense. Yeah.
Yeah, and R2 will probably want to win because he's the better player. He's white. He's playing for the team. So, but in this position, it's difficult. H6 is played. Okay.
Yeah.
He's closing up the position there. Well, there's now less space for the bishop. So, the bishop was very flexible, right, on g7, and possibility to go to h6, to f6, and now black has to choose. Of course, he will stay on the a1, h8 diagonal. Makes no sense to go to f8. But okay, you have less possibilities here.
There's some interesting ideas. Okay, I mean your default move is a move like bishop f6,
Yes.
for example. But I'm also considering what happens after, for example, bishop b2, and maybe try to get your bishop to c5 or b4. It looks a bit strange to abandon this diagonal. But if you do manage to, let's say, it's white to move here, right? Well, let's make a move. No, just make a move. If you manage to get something like, this structure where you can block this pawn, then you can maybe claim that c4 is a weakness, and you can try to put pressure there.
I think it's very thin, both ways.
You play bishop h8.
Oh, that's a surprise.
It's logical though.
Yeah, I prefer my bishop on f6.
Yeah, the
as opposed to h8.
downside I think was maybe to move g4. When g5 is coming in, then there might be
yeah.
possibilities to go for these or rook.
That is possible.
And then it comes with tempos. But okay.
And can you play like something like e6 ideas with black? Just to open it up a little and to have some activity there with the rook on e8.
Yes, for sure.
Perhaps.
Yeah, no, that's why I don't like this pawn structure for white.
Yeah.
Because I'm I'm not seeing too many ideas for white.
Yeah.
While for black it feels logical to go b5 to open up, to go a6 to open up,
Yeah.
and I don't see how white is happy to open up somewhere or able.
Yeah.
It's I mean, black is up on time. I think black is confident.
Yes.
And I can understand why. Okay.
Yeah, you see also body language, right? So Arthur is like this, thinking. He's not very happy.
Also, Hee-chan is having his thoughts about Archer's position. That's always a bad sign. Okay, in the meantime, I will launch the
Arthur
third game.
did, maybe that's nice to know. He got his final international master norm just before this tournament ended. So he's, I think he has the rating as well, so he'll be international master soon, which is very nice.
Well deserved, also.
Yep.
I'm gonna start up game 3. Maybe can you have a look around if we're missing anything super exciting from the other matches?
Okay, I will.
Then I'll just show what happened here in this game between Michaelis Fingris and Prajit Kumar. And there is a Sicilian, and it's gonna be a classical Sicilian. And that one also turns out to be quite positional. White is playing it very safe with the bishop f1 going back, allowing black to play d5 very soon, which normally solves all black's problems here. And they exchanged many pieces here. Big exchange.
I have maybe one nice game, but we can go there later. Netherlands 3 against Turkey. The first board. It seems like there's some active play and interesting play with kingside attack, perhaps. So that could be interesting in a few minutes.
Cool. Yeah. So just reaching this position here. One big exchange of pieces, but nothing too exciting. We have an endgame, which is rather balanced. Not sure who's better. I think both players are happy.
This should be drawish, right? I think bishop on b2 is not doing a lot. Bishops on e6 and e7 are pretty okay, especially the one on e6.
Don't want to say drawish, but it's equal.
It's
I
equal,
guess,
yeah.
There's plenty to play for here.
Yes.
As
Pawn c6 could be weak someday.
as a famous Dutch chess player, the Buccaneer is the book named after him. Or the title of the book of his, well, it's not an autobiography, but the book is all about him. Manuel Bosboom, famous Dutch IM. He always says, we both had the good position. That's his famous. Whenever he likes to trash talk during the game, and then you're like, Manuel, I think I have a good position. And he's, nah, we both have the good position. And he starts, keeps on playing.
But he never has these kind of positions.
Nah.
He has always some kingside attack or
G4 and
yes.
weird stuff. Yep. Okay, just to finish off this match, let's pick up board 4, where we see Dana Verheij against Agnesia Stepania Teraficiana, if I'm correct.
No Panov.
The exchange Caracan without the Panov. This is popular these days. 95 is a bit of a sideline, but it's playable. You get the bishop very quickly, and then you just go back to normal, which is crossbot structure. And this also is very equal, but not so drawish.
Well, you have to pair bishops. Well, then it seems kind of unlogical to open the position with black if you have only one bishop.
It is, but
But e5 does seem logical. I mean, all your pieces have been centered around the move e5.
yeah, that's the point. It's completely fine here to play e5. Normally, it frees up your position quite a bit.
Yeah.
E4 takes. Now, I'm not sure if this is a problem for black. I don't think it is.
I see some mating ideas. Rook e3, rook h3, queen h5.
And checkmate.
There are not a lot of pieces defending there for black. Okay, of course you can play rook g8, which is is a good move anyway. And you can defend with rook g7, but
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a square f5 as well, where you can move with the knight e3, knight f5.
It's a bit uncomfortable. I think black has to try and get some pieces here to
Yeah.
chase away the invaders.
Yes.
But it's dangerous because white lost a lot of space here. But I'm not sure if this is a weakness at the moment. It's an interesting position.
I think rook e3 is a nice way to go forward, because if you put your rook on h3, then also your knight on f1 is free again.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can control these two squares
Yeah.
somehow, like with knight g3 and queen h5,
Yeah, exactly.
then it starts to look very good. How is Nepo doing? I don't know. Probably that's one of the questions. I think you're looking at the wrong events. We can have a look around if he's playing, but I think he passed the age of 16 and don't think he will be here. Okay, interesting game.
Yes.
You wanted to see
Yeah,
Turkey
this,
against Netherlands 3, right?
Yeah,
Or at least
could be interesting.
let's do that. I'm gonna search for the game, because unfortunately for Turkey I have to scroll down a little bit and see where they are. There they are. Always a bit painful when you lose or not win the first round, then the second round you drop so many chessboards. But
Yeah, they
okay.
even moved downstairs. I mean, the first 11 boards, I think, are upstairs here. So they even moved downstairs, which is psychologically difficult.
It's painful. I remember playing in Gibraltar, which is no longer being held, the tournament. It's
Really?
yeah, they just the hotel where they played, the playing venue, is just gone.
Oh.
It's just literally gone. It's just they destroyed the hotel.
Oh, okay.
Rebuilding it, I think, but well, hotel is gone, so tournament is gone.
Yeah.
But it was a big open tournament with many strong players, like the likes of Caruana, Nakamura, Anand. They all played there. Topalov.
Yeah, but also for female players, it was very strong.
Yes,
They had
also
very good conditions.
Fan did win the tournament and
Yeah.
the women prizes, and it was insane. But I remember, I think it was Kamsky and maybe also Ivanchuk. They didn't win the first round. They drew or something, maybe lost. I'm not sure. And they entered the playing hall and they were like,
Where am I playing?
and they asked the arbiter like, "Where's my board?"
Yeah.
And the arbiter had to tell him that he's playing in the basement in this round, and he was like, "What? What's? Sorry, the basement." And it was actually the basement where the rest of the boards was, but it already felt a bit disappointing when you had to go to the basement and you couldn't see the top boards. Yeah,
Yes.
it's always a bit
Indeed.
frustrating. Okay, board one. Here we go. Edis Gurel against Noah Ritserveld.
Yeah, I see some attack coming up there along the
Yes.
B file, the diagonal B8 to H2, maybe some knight A5, knight C6.
Let's just quickly see how this happened.
Yes.
And then we start sacrificing all our pieces in the analysis. So we have the riddle pass. Yeah, this is always a bit funky. You go back with the bishop, and then you still take on c6.
Why?
No idea.
You provoked bishop E7?
Yeah, it's yeah.
Ah, but now bishop D6. Okay, both lost the tempo.
Yeah. D4 takes, exchanges. Looks good for black, bishop pair, but the double pawn is obviously a bit of a downside, where
Yep.
white has more control in the center. F4. This is nice and aggressive.
Yes.
Bishop D7, knight C4.
Some nice space. Because against these pawns, the bishop on D7 is doing nothing.
No, it's just being tied down to D7.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna try maybe to search for their games with the moving camera, but that's well, let's see if we can find them. Okay, so queen side, queen E1, and here he went for B4. I mean, these moves are always fun to play.
Yes.
This is more like Bosboom, yeah. Just
Indeed.
sacrifice and queen G3. Yeah, I like it. Rook B1, bishop C5, and here white is thinking about next move.
Knight
And
A5 seems logical, because you cannot play bishop B6, right? Because rook takes B6.
There's a simple pin.
Yes. So and you threaten knight takes c6. So you have to do something.
We found them.
Ah, nice.
They're in the orange t-shirts, and you can see the Turkey players with Turkey on their back.
Yes.
So yeah, you can't go bishop b6, but I guess you have to go king a8 if you. I mean, the threat is knight c6.
Yeah, winning the queen.
But if you go king a8, then there's just a
Bishop
simple
c7, which is nice.
pawn grab.
Okay, you already sacrificed a pawn, right, with white, but you still have some initiative there. I mean, look at knight takes c6 and rook b8 coming, perhaps. I like it.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's no
I'm not,
mate yet.
I'm not as convinced as I wanted to be. Because also e4 is hanging, and
Yeah, who cares about e4 if you're mating?
well, are you mating?
I don't know. I mean, something like knight takes c6. Is it possible? Let's see.
Okay.
And then you have to take out your
you only go
bishop
bishop
somewhere.
d8.
Yeah, but then you can still do queen d6. That's a pity. That is a pity.
I see what you're trying to do, but it feels like you're not going to succeed.
Yeah, I have that in my games a lot
Yeah.
as well. But it's just fun.
Story of your life. Of your chess life, I don't know.
And what about knight takes c6 and queen b3?
Yeah, it's never
Bishop
check.
a7.
You're not even close to checkmating.
Okay, then it's rubbish.
Yeah.
Then it's
No,
rubbish.
the ideas are quite strong, but it still feels like you're not quite there. But the king b8
Yeah.
also is not necessary. I probably after knight a5, which is being played already. I guess you have to play something like. Well, what can you do?
Queen d7?
You can't.
And queen d7 perhaps.
Yeah, it's the only move, right?
But
You
then
only
even
move to
you
keep
have
both pawns
ideas.
safe.
Okay, that's not correct. I had the idea, yes, but then you get mated yourself. Queen d1.
When you get so carried away with attacking, you're like, oh, okay, it's not made. But,
Not yet, but okay, your
you're not
attack is gone.
You're not super happy anymore because you're down a lot of material.
Yeah.
Um,
So that's not possible. What can we do? Yeah. Still, I don't know, with bishop g1 and all, it's still not very...
okay, I'll put it on h4.
That's better. Now there's no mate.
I like these moves when you're attacking because now black has to solve a lot of problems.
Yeah.
And black has to make a move. Every time you...
Yeah.
The thing is, knight a5 looks very strong, but it's an easy move for black
Yeah.
because you only have one move to defend.
Yeah.
But after this move, black has to think like, okay, I now need to make a move of my own.
Yeah.
What can I play here?
Then it's easier to make a mistake.
Yeah.
Because, for example, if you think, okay, I want to neutralize this bishop, this diagonal, so I play bishop d6, then maybe e5 will come and e6, and it's not that clear what to do with black.
Nope.
I like h4.
It's hard to find a move. But the king a8 was played.
Okay.
Okay, maybe he also saw or thought that it was not
Bishop
such a big deal.
c7.
Maybe also rook d4 might be no. I want to say rook d4, but then knight b3 might be
Yeah.
annoying. Because if you get this bishop, then your position is just strategically very good.
Yes, and
Because
you
the
win
dark
an
squares.
exchange. That's also nice.
How?
Right?
Let's
No,
say rook
no,
d7.
then not.
If I don't give away the exchange, you're not winning it. No, so maybe rook d7 feels safe.
Yeah.
Bishop takes c7 is played, and here
Rook d7 seems logical.
maybe just bishop f4 back.
Yeah.
Or bishop b6 if you wanna. The thing is, if you go here, there's bishop d6, and now black is at least keeping this diagonal safe.
Yeah.
So I guess you want to control that one and be able to go bishop d6 e5
Yeah.
as you mentioned, and you can always switch like this. I guess your sacrifices might work, but I think you just have to prepare, like go queen b3 first and then create a threat and maybe just once again go h3 or h4 and just double up and just improve your pieces, and then the tactics will usually come.
Yes.
No need to force them here. Position looks very strong for white, especially since you regained the pawn. That's
Yeah.
all right.
Let's see the other game.
Unless there's some crazy stuff happening, I'm just going to continue these games of this match.
I will just check whether there's something else happening.
Second board, Wouter te Lau is playing Yagis Khan Erdokmus, and I have to admit, I didn't know who this player was, and I thought it's 2350, but it turns out the kid is 12, or I think around that age, if I'm not mistaken, but you can check that quite easily, I think.
Yes.
And his standard FIDE rating is 25 plus. Also, if I'm not, I think you can in chat results. You can just
Okay.
click their name, and you will see.
I will check.
You will see at least a link to their FIDE page, and also I think they're.
This guy, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. FIDE ID only. This is the rapid rating, so I'll have to check it somehow.
I was probably checking my phone then. Okay, not sure.
In FIDE, but that's not a problem.
We'll look it up. This is interesting. This is London with this bishop g5, c5, d5, now bishop c1. Funky stuff. These lines can be very complicated, but I think they calm down. Bishop e2. Could have taken the bishop pair, but does it now. Takes the knight. c3. Black is putting so much pressure here, so white just needs to develop somehow and then have more space. It's not very easy. g3 also being played just now. You still need to develop your knight, and probably want to go king
Yes,
f2.
this boy, he's from 2011, so he is indeed
Maybe
12 years old, 11 or 12 years old, and his rating is 2483, which is very impressive.
It's good information there. Good information to have.
Yes.
Also, his opponent is not very old. Also around the same age, I think. Because I think the oldest player in the team of the Netherlands 3 is Fleur Westerhof, playing board 4, and I think she's from 2009. And the rest, therefore, is younger. So
yes, Wouter te Lau is also from 2011, indeed.
Yeah,
but his rating is 1845.
Yeah, he's missing 600 elo points there. That's the only difference there. But the game is so far pretty balanced, but black is putting serious pressure here, and 95 might be coming. And I think the black player, I was told he played the World Cup and defeated Ivic, but sorry, that was another player. Never mind then. I keep mixing them up.
Yes.
But okay, he is a very might be the most talented player we have around in the playing hall. If you look at age and rating, so remember the name. Okay, let's pick up board 3. Just let's have a look at how they're doing, and then I think we should return to the top boards and see what's going on there. So this is board 3, where we see Kilic playing Zetcha, and
I kind of like black's position here. What do you think?
Yeah, I like white's position, I think.
Yeah? I like the queen on d4.
The thing is, I'm not sure what you're going to do after cd5.
Yes.
Because cd5 I'll take on c7 most likely. And there can be weaknesses.
Yes, I can take on b2 perhaps.
Yeah,
Is there some mating? Not yet.
f4 looks a bit dangerous already. I don't know, it just feels a bit tricky.
I can always play queen d4. Is it possible? No, it's not possible. Yes, it is. Queen d4.
Yeah, it's possible. Okay, f4 is a bit too excited. Yeah, maybe it's okay. Queen on d4 is indeed quite strong. I thought black had some issues with the pawn structure, but it's if you can take with the pawn, then you're doing okay. What did he play? He played rook 1 to e2. Okay, I guess he's preparing to take on d5.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Because
to
rook
defend
is now
b2. Yeah, indeed. Smart. His blitz rating is 2433. Let's
Yeah,
see
rapid,
what his
yeah.
actual rating. Oh, rapid, sorry. What his standard rating is 2433. This is his
Yeah,
standard rating
that
because
is
he
his-
does not have a rapid rating.
yeah, it's very confusing, but we'll get there. At the end of the tournament, we know every rating from every player. Rapid, classical, blitz, we know them all. Okay, interesting position. It's
Yes.
rather unbalanced. And board 4, where we have Fleur Westerhof playing against Elifnaz Akat. And that looks like a Sveshnikov to me. And interesting position.
This is indeed a Sveshnikov.
White
Looks-
has
looks
some
like.
extra pawns.
Yeah.
Happens
Yeah.
quite often. Black just gives up the entire queen side and
Black wants
creates
to
a play.
mate.
Yeah.
There's the H file. Okay, there's always rook h3 there. To the rescue.
Queen f4 threatening
Yeah.
checkmate,
So
which ends the game.
g3.
I'm not so stoked about this, but yeah, g3 maybe just queen g4, and now
Yeah, you have to be careful. You really have to be careful there.
isn't this just winning?
So if no g3, this seems very good indeed.
Okay, if no g3, let's checkmate on the next move.
Rook g3 is maybe queen takes g3. Is it possible?
Yeah.
Yes. But
Yeah, it's checkmate. Yeah.
no, not yet.
Why not?
Yes, there it is. I thought I was looking at the other rook, but then the bishop still comes.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, you knew it was checkmate. That's enough. You always figure it out along the way then.
Yeah.
That's a nice
So
queen
this is,
sacrifice. Yeah, this is just
not
winning, I think.
possible.
You have no other moves.
Yeah, it is or g3 or rook g3.
And I don't think there's a defense here.
Yeah, queen h3 is coming and queen h1.
Okay, maybe. I mean, you can't even
One check.
give back the queen. There's bishop f6, so
Yeah.
no desperate attempts. Yeah, I guess this is game over.
Yes, it seems like. Yeah.
All right, let's just
back
head
to
back.
the top board.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if we can most exciting position there. Let me find the game, because that is gonna
On
be
top.
the game between Mamedov and Harsh. And let's just quickly back up and see which opening this was. Yeah, where we yelled London, but it was no London. Oh, d5. Yeah, you often expect that there's going to be a capture on c5 and then black takes, but obviously you're helping black a lot by taking on c5
Yeah.
because there's two pieces ready to be activated.
Yeah.
And d5 is always very dangerous. If white can pull this one off, then he's getting a very nice initiative. Queen c8, knight e5, bishop f6. Oof. This looks very. I mean, queen b3 seems winning
Yeah.
material. Yeah, attacking
f7, b7. Yes. Seems dangerous. Very dangerous. What to do? Is this a position right now?
Yeah, I think. Okay, so queen b3. I guess you take on e5,
Mm-hmm.
and you play bishop e6. Does that solve my problems?
Now f7 is not hanging anymore, right?
Bishop c6 is maybe safer.
Yeah.
then.
This is still rescuing the position. But can't you do a Zug?
Oh boy.
If you go a bit back, bishop e5, then maybe bishop b7 in between.
A little in-betweener.
I'm not sure. There's rook b8, maybe. Or queen b8, defending e5. It's not clear. I don't think it's correct. Somehow.
Feels very shady. Because there's also queen b7.
Queen b7. Knight c7. Still defending everything. Okay, f4 is queen e3.
But this looks very good for white, right?
Material-wise not, but position-wise yes.
Material's equal.
Yeah, I know, but I like the two pieces somehow.
You do?
Yes.
Oh, they feel a bit
Now not.
unluckily
Now
positioned.
not in the in this position, but normally.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
So now you have rook d1, perhaps.
Yeah, rook c1, rook d1. I don't really see how black is gonna untangle anytime soon.
I saw a trick already, like
I'm not surprised.
rook fd1, bishop e6, queen takes a8.
Yeah, no, I really dislike black's position. I don't think the two pieces are better than
No,
rook
no, no,
here.
not now. Definitely not.
Yeah, so white is dominating, and queen b3, it's a healthy move. So many good moves. You can also, I guess you can take on d7 and go queen b3 and go rook d1. I mean, there's so much looking so strong here.
Your bishop on d5 is very strong.
Yeah, and they work together very nicely,
Yes.
and the queen is also working together very well.
And this knight on a6, what is he doing?
Yeah, no, that's this is no
I think
fun for black.
white is very happy in this position.
Okay, let's have a
see.
just a brief look at. Gonna be well,
Yes.
this
she
game
looks a
then.
bit more doubting now than normally.
She's up. She has a winning position, but no beautiful checkmate. It's, we left the game here,
Let's
and
see.
black had to solve the problems, and yeah, here she used some time, I guess. a5, knight a8, knight c4. There goes the pawn.
Yes.
Yeah, and this rook is also trapped. It's very tricky position. Takes the pawn, and here he sacrificed that.
Yeah.
I mean, what can you do? He just collapsed under pressure, or maybe the position was already too bad. He also has 16 seconds in the current position. That is, I'm just going to fast forward, but
Yeah.
I mean, this is it. He has 20 seconds. He's down the exchange and a pawn.
But this is the good thing, right? By really playing the opening very quickly, which she did, you gain a lot of time and pressure.
Yeah. Also psychologically, your opponent is like, is she still in theory and knows what to do? Yeah, it's a strong game by her.
Yeah.
But
again.
also board 2. Of course, I like to see how my queen d3 knight over is going, but things happen there. So
the queen is still on d3.
And that is, I think,
second board. No, this is not it.
A second board.
This is second
My
board,
bad.
right?
Yeah, there we go. That was the third board. This is second board. So what happened here? Yeah, so b a4 was played, rook takes a4, knight e5. And the funny thing is you can sometimes give away the e4 pawn, so queen g3 sometimes still is a move. But here he went for queen e3, which is of course fine, h5, knight d5. Okay, now it's getting funky.
So if you just take it twice?
I guess a6 is hanging in the end, so
Oh, okay.
takes, bishop g7, rook a5.
Yeah.
Ah, he gives the exchange? No,
No,
you
you get it back. Huh? Why no bishop c4? What's wrong there? I do not see it.
Maybe there's a problem with rook a7. No. Hold on. Is it knight c6? No, I shouldn't guess.
I don't know. Or maybe there's another idea behind queen c8, but
Maybe black just doesn't like the position. I don't know.
that is of course possible.
But then again, is queen c8 gonna solve that problem? Let's see.
Then you're an
sorry.
exchange down.
Queen c8 was played. b5.
Oh, now you're just an exchange down. Wait. Now bishop c4 was possible again.
It's
Here.
yeah, but queen c3 seems to
Ah, yes, indeed.
doesn't look too pretty,
Yeah.
but it seems to save.
Yes,
Okay.
it does.
Knight e5, queen e1. And here it's black to move. Black is below 5 minutes, which is a problem, potential problem.
Yeah.
And
I think he miscalculated somewhere, perhaps.
yeah, it looked a bit strange what happened before. Unless you have some play over the light squares. He just castled. That's always a good thing to do. Well, it's
This should be very good for white, right? You're up in exchange, you have a passed pawn on b5.
I'm not completely okay. White has to be better, but I'm not completely convinced just yet. Knight f5.
Okay. Yes, I was also looking at that move.
Okay, that's. I just wanted to say if you can play maybe queen c4 or still bishop c4, maybe h4, h3 to create some weakness. But okay, knight f5 is rather disturbing
Yeah.
because
I was just looking if it is correct or not, but then it was played.
yeah, you have to take right. Take the knight.
Yes.
This combination is
Yeah.
too much to handle. White seems
Yeah.
confident.
Yeah,
Like
you
ah,
have to take it.
I managed to neutralize.
And then there's
everything.
no knight f3.
Yep, because queen takes.
Yes.
You can take on c2, but as you said, the b pawn is now very strong.
Yeah. No, this is very good for white.
Agreed. Knight f5, yeah. Seems to give him a nice advantage.
Yep.
Also, up on the clock, so that makes life even easier. So now we're reaching the moment where things go a lot quicker, and we have to just scan the games and see where there's some excitement. Let's have a look at Dana Verheij against Agnesa Stepania Teravicana, which is board 4 of match 3. And I will see if I can find that game. It's Latvia against the Netherlands. And I think that might be visible here. Yeah, we can just see board 4.
Yeah.
Right on the
Without
edge.
orange.
Without orange, that's not allowed. What's going on there? Please someone get the arbiter. Or change shirts with the coach.
Yeah, the coach has Dimitri Reindeman.
Dimitri
Has
is
a
one of the most loyal orange t-shirt wearers I
Yes.
know.
Yes, he is.
Here your ideal is executed, which is always nice to see. Knight e7, so black is rushing pieces to the king side.
Yeah.
And queen h5, queen d7,
Rook E3,
and
yeah.
now she decided to go rook g8, giving up on
Okay.
f7. Is it necessary? I mean, you can't really go queen f5. Or you can.
Now you can, because d5 is hanging, but e3 is hanging as well.
Yeah, there's this counter attack. And yeah, there we can just see the game. Nice.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm just
Beautiful technique, right?
Yeah, I just can't speak anymore. I'm just looking at how this camera is finding its way to board 4.
Zooming in. Beautiful. Black is
Yeah,
thinking.
nice. Even getting a better view, it just doesn't stop.
So, what is the position on the board right now?
Well, people can see. You can also see at the bottom right.
Yes.
There's the live
Yes,
position. We
yes.
should head there, indeed. But this, okay, I'm not sure why queen f5 wasn't played. But rook g8, maybe it's not so bad to sacrifice the pawn. And because now you can also support your f pawn.
Yeah, you gain some time.
Yeah, and you also have some defense along the 7th rank. So
Yeah.
and now the queen goes back to d1.
Queen d1, that's not really what you want to do.
Yeah, that's
But okay, queen a6 was not possible because of knight f5.
yeah, it's
And
easy
also
to get
defending
trapped.
the rook on f8.
Oh, you have,
Still possibilities.
but it feels shaky.
Yeah, but now, of course, I'm looking at rook g2, but it's not correct yet. Is it? Well, maybe it is.
How
Yeah.
are you? What are you up to?
Knight. No. Knight e3, but then it's just queen e3, and there's no rook g8 because
Yeah, or
there's
even
knight
pawn
e3.
Pawn e3. I have many options.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed.
No, but it's the queen is still tricky. Also, you're not forced to go knight f5. Maybe knight g6 is also. You have to be careful. The queen might get trapped somehow.
Yes.
I do understand going back
Queen
to
d1 is safer, but it gives away the edge, the space there, a bit. Ooh, what's happening here? Oh, tricky trickies.
I like that.
Yes.
Yeah, now we can understand the somewhat concerning look in the
Yes.
face of Dana.
It wouldn't have happened with the queen on h6, though.
True.
Yeah, this is difficult.
Yeah, so this pin is causing the pawn not being able to defend the rook anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you can still do something. I mean, you won a pawn. Now you lost your pawn.
Maybe knight g3. Is it possible?
Yeah, I was looking at rook h5 to exchange the rook.
Because d5 is also kind of weak now, right? Yeah, you're tricking me
You
even
can
more.
keep on jumping. No, it's not really a trick. It's just a check.
King h1.
Yeah. But okay, it feels a bit silly now to have your rook
Yeah,
here because
true.
it's just
True.
no. Okay, this is looking very good for black.
d4 is an important point.
I like how
Pawn.
black sacrificed the pawn and then gained this initiative.
Yes.
It worked out pretty nicely.
Yeah.
Not sure if it's correct, but that doesn't matter in rapid. It just needs to work. And we also have a result, Miaoyi Lu.
Yes.
Probably still saying it wrong. She beat Johannes Rapazzo, which was
Yeah,
expected because he
that
was
was
low on
expected.
time, low on material,
Yeah.
and probably low on morale at this point.
She's the killing machine of China, I think.
She's going to be the 100% score at board
Yeah.
4. I will call that already.
What else do we have? Is there something interesting going on?
Yes. The question is, what exactly? Board 2 of this match. I see Arthur de Winter. Isn't he just up material? Let's see what happened here. B4 was played. Now we're challenging the cameraman to find that board. Let's see how the zoom is going. But I guess we will slowly find a way through the third board to to the second board of this match. And so rook takes. Yeah, now you got very active. A4, bishop A6, bishop B7. Bishop C6. Yeah, this is going very well for white.
Yes.
Ah, E6. That's decisive mistake.
Yes,
allowing G4 and
it
the bishop
is.
is trapped.
It is. Yeah, this is going downwards for black. Oh, we
Yeah.
thought it would be kind of equal, right? But changed quickly.
Yeah, I thought so. But well played by Arthur. Maybe
Yes.
the opponent made some mistakes. Or maybe the
Yeah.
position was difficult already. I don't know.
Now the pawn is just going to B8, right?
Yeah, no, this is easy victory. And also there's a decision on the second match between China and Switzerland, board 2, Xiaotong. We just saw him execute his knight f5 move.
Yes.
And he also won the game. Let's just have a look how that happened. This was the position knight f5 was played, and it went rather quickly here. And the cameraman just found Arthur de Winter. He's like, give up, please.
Yes.
Opponent still finds a move. Yeah, here, this game, Queen A8 and resigns. I mean, you have Bishop H6, you have B6, B7, B8. I mean, there's too many ways to win this game.
And you're also needs to change up still.
Yeah. All right. Then let's just let's go for the overview of the Latvia-Netherlands match. Let's just see what's. Where we left off this game, the live board will quickly find the live position. In the meantime, we can see what happened. This was not being played. Let me see the moves. Knight d2 was played, rook d8, bishop f3, queen b8, knight e4. And even allowing black to exchange minor pieces, but still.
Ooh.
Knight f6, just to check.
Yeah. Knight on h6, still hanging. Knight d7.
It's a bit too
being
fancy. You
threatened.
probably don't need the move.
I like it. If you
Yeah.
can play it, why not?
Such a romantic player, because it's could be tricky. I don't know.
Yeah,
And the
because
thing
on
is, I
bishop
don't want to
e4
complicate the position unnecessarily, but it's just still good.
No.
Bishop g7.
Yeah, this queen on b2 is strong.
Yeah, you just want that
No.
pawn gone, just to have your queen active.
Yeah.
Rook d1. The annoying thing is your rook is pinned, but if you unpin,
Then you don't have any space.
you can't move. It's extremely annoying.
Yes.
e5, rook d5, f6,
Now you have some possibilities again.
and
This 8th rank issues.
we're seeing a
Or
Chinese
7th
player here.
rank.
I'm going to see if I can try to find the right board, but I'm not sure if it's going to work. We can, no, that's still focused on Dana.
And it should.
Maybe I can, that one is focused on Arthur. So we are looking for board 1 of the, I'm
Netherlands.
confusing all the Netherlands teams.
Board
Yeah, board
3.
1 of the third match.
Yeah.
If we just have this camera move to the left, then we will get there very quickly. And so rook g8.
Yeah, because rook d8 was an actual threat, of course. And then rook d7, yes, 7th rank. It's always nice.
So much control. Yeah, this is just well played by. I mean, it was a bit unnecessary complications maybe,
Yeah.
but it doesn't matter. Your position is still strong, and
Yes.
here we're seeing Chen and his
Yeah.
opponent Arsenis Savicev.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Chen 2 minutes and counting, and White still has 15 minutes.
What is that to do here with black? I mean, you want to activate your queen because it's doing nothing on b8. But you cannot play like bishop e4. You would love to play bishop e4. So how can you activate the queen? Queen f8? It doesn't do anything yet. It's difficult to find a good move.
Yeah, you want to exchange pieces.
Yes. Bishop e8.
The struggle is real. He's suffering below 2 minutes, has to make a move. Bishop e8, rook d8, it's losing material.
Yes, indeed.
And he goes bishop f5. Okay. At least by the gesture of his hand, it seemed like bishop f5 was the move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta make a move.
And now what to do?
Yes, you're forcing black to make a decision here.
Yes.
Do you keep the d file or do you keep the 7th rank?
Yeah. Actually, you want to keep both, but that's not possible. So if you go away from the d file, then maybe there's some rook d8 ideas and the first rank ideas.
Yeah, so if you go away from the d file, I would suggest going like this, forcing queen d8.
Yeah.
And now you have to deal with this back rank issue, so you can't really freely move your queen.
There's some play here.
Mm-hmm.
So probably he's going to stay on the d file to rook d6, something like that.
Yeah, that seems more logical, because 7th rank
Yeah.
is not so much to
No.
gain just yet.
No, because you still have 7th rank actually, because the black rook cannot go to the 7th rank
Mm-hmm.
because of rook d8. So
Yeah, and you want to play a move like h4, h3. H3 is not possible now. Maybe g3.
g3, yeah. So
Just to
here
get a square for your king.
queen f8, maybe, to do something. After that, maybe, I don't know. Defending f6 in any case.
Yeah.
It is difficult, but also not that clear what white is going to do.
Well, yeah, g3.
You just make sure your back rank is fine.
Yeah, just improving my position a bit.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to make a move.
Yeah.
Because I have no clue what you're going to do. And
Yeah.
probably you also have no idea.
You can't move the rook. The queen doesn't have really good spaces to go. No, it's very difficult.
I mean, I can even slowly try to go for a4, a5
Yeah.
to gain some access to that pawn with my queen, maybe.
Yeah.
Comfortable play. What did he play in the game? Struggling to find real life. Rook f7. But now, queen d8. Now rook d8. Yeah, now this is, if you manage to go rook d8 and queen d6, which should be possible in the next move, then you're actually the one threatening checkmate.
Yeah. And you cannot play, white would love to play queen h6 here, but then there's rook d1.
Oh, things are going fast now. Hold on. If you, let's say you play queen, not sure which is the best square, let's say queen e2.
Mm-hmm.
There's queen d6, threatening checkmate. Let's say you go, I don't know, pawn move. Then you can go for a6 now.
Yes.
Trying to get rid of your weakness. You can't take because of this, of course.
Yep.
And if you manage to take here, then b6 is the weakness, but then white can't attack b6 on the 7th rank. So
Yeah.
now you're solving some problems here. This
I wouldn't play queen e2 though. Queen c1 seems more logical,
Yeah, sure.
because then you can go like queen h6 later.
And you defend the bishop.
Yes. And now h3, yeah. I don't think you can really play queen d1, can you?
No, I
You're
don't think so.
too passive for that. The rook on f7 is too well placed.
Was considering it though, but it's hard.
But now still you have like queen h6 in the position with white.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Yeah,
is,
a7 is
annoying.
a7 is troublesome. He went queen e2 though. No, did he?
Okay.
Yeah, queen e2, queen e6, yeah. Yeah, but now if he goes a6, then I think he solved at least that problem. And then,
Yes.
as you mentioned, there's no queen h6, which is important. Yeah, queen c1 feels like a big improvement.
Yeah.
That's a good move. Yeah, Hichan might be still fighting here. Well, of course
Yeah.
he's fighting, but he might be
Still alive.
getting results.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Maybe the endgame board 1 of the first match.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
Seems like an interesting endgame there.
India versus Kazakhstan, and board 1 is here between
Yes.
Ansat and Aswad.
A Lotva. We have it again.
Oh, your Lotva. Nightmares.
The bishop on d3 completely dominating the knight on a3.
Or the other way around, you never know.
Yeah, but the the bishop is not completely dominated.
Okay, let's just see what's happening here, because they're low on time, and let's forget about what
So
happened in the game and focus on
Let's just count material first, so it's equal
the present.
in material.
Mm-hmm.
Same squared colored bishops. Okay, the pawn on a4 is of course kind of a nightmare for white. So he has it blocked now on a3, and there's no black squared bishop to get him out of there. So it seems pretty okay for now. c5 pawn is not really an asset yet, because it's defended by 2 knights. I don't know. I think some kings need to be active now. Get active.
I like white though. I'm not sure why. I really like this knight, strangely enough.
Yeah?
Because it is dominating the bishop in a way. It doesn't have too many squares. It has e2 and a6, that's it. f5. But
Yeah.
it doesn't really scare me. And the white king is very close.
Yeah,
And I think if I can get my... Well, they're moving it now. I want to go knight g4, knight e5.
Yeah.
Controlling c6. So I think black has to play knight c6 now. But it's...
This ending is very difficult to play with 2 minutes on the clock. I
Yeah,
think.
horses, very
yes.
annoying.
All these knights jumping.
They go weird, right? They go like...
Yes.
it's
I
yeah.
had it once against a grandmaster. You remember?
I remember,
right?
that was one of the most impressive endgames I've ever seen.
Yes.
That was
It was a nightmare.
Yeah.
All those knights jumping.
Unfortunately, your opponent deceased a few years ago.
Yes.
It was
he
against Konstantin Landa.
did. Yeah, it was.
Very impressive
He was
game.
a master in the night ending. Yes.
Yeah, that was in Porto Manu, yeah, in Italy.
In Italy.
Yeah, there was. He just won a completely equal, also almost exactly the same position. He just won, and it made it look so easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the big star in the bar after the game. Okay, 96 is forcing matters here. What's going on? Why is he...
So there's a pawn attacked.
Ah, okay, so is he... Did he calculate very deeply, and is he going for this?
C7, yeah.
And
The
how-
knight on e7 is still defending everything, right?
Yeah, and then my knight on a3, my super knight.
Knight b1 is still possible, maybe.
Yeah, but then,
But then a3 still.
yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's quite difficult to
Okay,
block the
bishop
pawn.
f1. Bishop b3.
Also, this one is coming in. There's two.
Yes.
There's
You,
two of
you
them.
like white, right?
No, not anymore. No, this is. I'm worried about this sequence of moves.
Yes.
I think I can't really play. I think I have to play something like 95 here. That's probably my only save, maybe, because Now I can bring another knight to a3. I'm just in time. No, but it's I am controlling things here.
Yes.
But also black is getting closer now. Okay, this.
Probably the black king is just coming to d6 then, right?
Yeah, black is also quite fast now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to take me so much more time than I wanted. But it feels like knight e5. Oh, sorry. I have to click the right moves. I feel like this is pretty much mandatory. And here I might have
But
another
also
move.
knight d3 is possible, right? Have you calculated it?
Here, knight d3.
Yeah.
No, I didn't calculate, of course.
I'm not sure
You-
about what it is, but...
You expect me to calculate things here. What's going on? In the meantime, quick results. Arthur de Winter won his game against Adamovic, and Fingris against Kumar ended in a draw, which are respectively board 2 and 3 of the Netherlands won against Latvia.
Yeah, and also the third board... Oh no, I thought it was a result there. Third board in China, but it wasn't yet.
Okay, this is the current position. No, this is the current position. 95 is played. Ansat is 2 minutes. Aswad is 5 minutes. Difficult endgame.
Yeah, it is.
It feels like it might come down to like a tempo. If you just make that extra king move right in time, then
Yeah.
you're able to hold or to press for the win.
There are always tricks here. I mean, with c7 and then trying to get this knight out in e7. So with all the passed pawns, there's always something going on.
Okay, let's calculate indeed. So let's say you go knight c2. Takes. The thing is c7 is too
C7.
slow because you can go knight b5 and you're just winning the pawn.
Yeah, okay, but is there knight c5 is a3, knight e6, knight d4? No, there's nothing there. Pity.
So knight c2 is a bit dangerous, it seems. Knight's so confusing.
Well, but for both players it's difficult. I mean, black has 4 minutes, white has 2 minutes. Everything can happen for both sides.
I see China getting another win, winning the match now because
Yeah,
first
3-0.
board Hawen Shui won against Dorian Aslani,
Yes.
and yeah, we see that pieces putting back in the starting position. What are you supposed to play here?
Okay.
'Cause now time's ticking. He
Now
plays
he's playing bishop
a6.
a6. Okay, still dominating the
And
knight.
white instantly king f2.
Okay. Then probably king f6. Coming to e6, d6. Is
Yeah,
that an
but
idea?
I'm not sure if that's possible. It is possible, yeah. I was a bit concerned about knight check, forcing king e6
Knight
and now knight
c5.
c5, but it's...
Still.
You're also winning c6 now, so it's not a big deal. You can... This is... Now it's getting pretty drawish.
Yes. it
So many
is.
endgames where...
Maybe we will get a knight bishop against nothing ending.
That'd be fun. I was
Yes.
more worried about 2 knights against a pawn endgame. Which people say, it's very easy, but I
No,
always
that is very
forget.
difficult.
No, but
I
it's
think.
easy to remember where the pawn can be for it to win.
Yes.
Well, people tell me it's easy, but I just don't understand. The king of 6 played. So the question is, who's still pushing here? Is white attempting to maybe play c7 first, make sure he keeps the pawn alive, or is he going to go bishop e4, which looks nice to at least let black second guess king e6?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can easily solve this by going
G5.
g5. Maybe there's something to say for bishop f1, exchanging the bishop. Probably nothing. No, because you're losing c6 then.
Yeah. You don't want to lose c6. That's your only asset as white.
Yeah, but it's hard because c8 is so well controlled and
Yeah.
almost impossible for white to
Well, for now.
cover. And the king is in 2 moves on d6.
Yes.
So I feel like you have to go like knight d7, knight c5, the line we just saw, to
Yeah.
eliminate the a pawn.
Still some heavy thinking. Under 1 minute now for white.
Yeah, maybe he saw the exchange the big exchange after knight d7 and is trying to find something else.
Yeah.
But he still needs some time for the remainder of the game, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, it's only 10 seconds increment.
Oh, Jong-Muhern has been tricked.
Oh, is he?
Yes. Shall we have a quick look? Nasty pin. Let's just put up his game real quick.
Yeah.
In full screen, just to see how that happened. H3 was played, A6 was played, that's what we anticipated. And he managed to simplify there. He was so low on time, and here he got tricked. Rook d7 trying to control the 7th rank, but then there's a check. And queen c8, it's a beautiful.
Oh, that's nice.
Do you call it cross pin in English?
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Well, in Dutch it is.
In Dutch it is, so we don't care. Just translate it literally and expect everyone to understand.
And there's no back rank
No,
check.
because it's forbidden.
Yeah. And also not with the queen, so this is over.
Yeah, you have to go with this endgame, but I don't believe in fortresses in this
No. With
particular
too many
position.
pawns.
Yeah, should be winnable for white. Okay, let's head back to. Do we go back or do we
G5. I see something G5 happen.
consider something else? First match, board 3 ended in a draw. Mamedov against Harsh is a draw.
Yes.
And let's just go back to that board 1, match 1 game between Ansat and Aswad, where bishop e4 was indeed played, I think. G5 was played, and now there's this knight d7
Knight
check.
d7,
King
e6. Okay, what is...
Well, at least you can take on g5 now and go and go h4 and create a pass pawn.
Yeah, another one.
In whatever arises after this.
Yeah, but c6 is really hanging now. So, okay,
F5.
knight c5 and knight a4 is a possibility. f5, wow. Okay.
And he's telling
And
someone
then
to
f6 is also going, right? If you go with the king to d6, you have f6, f7, f8.
Yeah, so I suppose you take.
Yeah.
And now I suppose he wants to give check.
And
c5? What's his plan? You have to defend the knight.
king e5, yes. There are some tricks here.
Oh, do you have knight c4? Is this working?
No, knight e7.
Knight e7.
So you first have to take.
If you take an f5, there's always this. So.
Yes. But instead of knight c4, you can do that later. Maybe here start with taking on f5 and then c7.
Yeah, but then bishop c8.
And then bishop c8. And then just take on a4.
And then you have the a pawn and the c pawn.
Yeah, and knight b5 you can defend c7 still. But I'm not sure if it's enough.
Okay,
should not be enough.
Let's see. Right now we are here, king e5. This is the position in the game. This is a tense endgame.
Yes, it is. It is.
10 seconds for white.
Yeah, he played a move.
A minute and a half for black.
What was played? Went too
c7,
quickly.
knight d6.
Okay. Oi, 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 what is happening?
Bishop b7. Wow.
Okay, nice. Elegant.
Wow. Okay, so point being, if knight takes c8 queen, of course. Life can be easy sometimes.
And bishop takes, knight takes b7.
And then you have to go knight c8 as your only move.
Now it's not so easy to promote.
This
So
one is.
yeah, indeed. So
the
maybe
pawn is gone, pretty much.
maybe knight c5, knight a4.
Yeah. Okay, this is what happened, and knight c8 is being played. White with 10 seconds, it's impossible to play this.
You have to go and take the knight, I think.
Yes,
The pawn, sorry, on a4.
Yes. Yeah, yes, 20 seconds by the way, but still.
What else is there?
He's not looking at the clock. I'm so worried. Get so nervous
knight
about this.
c5, yes, played.
Yeah, so they're gonna simplify. Yeah, with two knights, there's gonna be a very large drawing margin.
Yes. King d6 probably. Knight a4, king c7, and then you try to get the d4 pawn. Knight at b5 is very easy.
Yeah.
This should be a draw.
Yeah. I guess so too.
Exciting game though. Is there something else?
We should check board 4, I think. They're both at 10 seconds.
Nice.
Oh,
the
too
camera
many minor
already,
pieces.
the camera already found it.
Yeah, no, that's time trouble.
Yes.
They have
Both
Sweeney
have,
against Numanova.
Both have 10 seconds, 12 seconds.
But
What is the position?
opposite color bishops. White is more active because white is going to win the b3 pawn.
Yeah.
So the opposite color bishops don't really matter because white's just going to be up a pawn in a dominating position.
Yeah, indeed.
And they're moving so fast now that
The
the
b
live board is
pawn-
not really keeping up.
Yeah, the b pawn is probably just going to b8. That's the plan.
Mm-hmm.
It's really blitz here.
I'm trying to keep up with the moves. Once the board is live, I will try to keep up with whatever happens. But I think the thing
Pieces
is,
are falling.
yeah, whenever they're going quick and there's a move the board registers not correctly, then
Yeah.
they just lose track and
Yes.
that's it.
But I think there are arbiters looking as well, so that's good.
This is so stressing.
Yes, it
I
is.
wanna go to second match board 3. That's also a very interesting
Okay.
game because we're not getting really
No.
up to date moves. So and also I think white is much better. So, but no, I can't see what's happening. Okay, we go to the second match. We go to board 3 between Manco and Kong, because
Looks like no, it's another night ending. No.
I mean that match is already decided. But this endgame is interesting because white is up
Ooh.
the exchange, but black has 2 pawns, and the pawns are
Far.
yes. Oh, sorry, dropping pieces. My bad. It's okay.
Pawn going out.
I-
Rook h7.
Rook h7, bishop h4, rook b7.
Oh, she's putting it back. No, she put it back. She hadn't. She still had it in her hand, and then she put it back.
I got to d7 instead.
Yes.
Okay. Rook d5 is annoying because then you
Rook
have
b7
to.
was perhaps 96. That's why.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, but this is nice because now. Okay, forcing e3 apparently. Rook d5 check still comes. Why? Because king e4 there's f3 check.
Yes.
You win a knight.
And no e2 here.
Bishop is controlling, so king has to go back to f6, and now you gain some space, but you can't take on e3 because knight takes.
Yeah. So bishop d3.
Yeah, played.
What to play now? You have to do something with the knight. Yeah, knight
Knight jumps back.
e7.
Okay, they have 20 seconds, 25 seconds both.
Yeah.
That's manageable. Rook d4, that's a double attack.
Yes.
Ouch.
And now you lost control with black because of the knight. The knight is gone.
Yeah, but you're not gonna lose, right?
No.
Famous last words.
Normally no. Okay, what are you going to play? Bishop f2?
Yeah, that's what he did. Feels like the safe move.
Yeah. Rook f4 and rook b4 probably.
Yeah. Snack with check, and then go back for a second snack. Rook e4 probably.
Maybe an in-between check.
Yeah,
Go
forcing the
to-
king back
yeah.
to the 6th rank, but it's not going to change the nature of the position.
No.
But it's always helpful. I mean, these moves shouldn't take time. You just
No, she
give check, take the pawn or whatever.
She took
But
the pawn, knight c6.
now she has to check. King d5, but now the king is on d5. Okay.
What is this? This is
No,
who's playing for a win actually?
White is, but not really
No.
justified to play for the win, I think. But if you're not careful and the king goes to d4, now he goes back. Knight can go to g3 maybe.
Yeah,
Oh,
draw.
they made a draw.
Draw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Nice game. Nice ending.
Match 1, board 1, pawn is still alive. Interesting. There we go. This is not the current position, of course. We have many more moves, and we're just gonna go to the actual position,
Yes.
which is this. And I'm just waiting for some study-like checkmate in the middle of the board. But I don't think it's gonna happen. They both had around half a minute,
So.
and he's gonna claim threefold repetition.
Ah, okay.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's gonna claim threefold, but I'm not sure how that works if there's no.
It is possible because the digital board is registering everything, so it is possible to claim.
Yeah, no, I think he's right because 1, 2. No, it's not quite yet. King d3 will be.
Maybe before, as well.
Wait, this is the first time, second time. Yeah, he's going for the third time after
King
King
d3.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
so he's right. And
I hope he stopped this clock.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
And the arbiter's probably gonna check the same way we did and come to the
Yes.
same conclusion.
In the technical meeting, the captains were encouraged to tell the kids how to claim correctly, because also on high level sometimes it's not claimed correctly, and the person already made the move, and then you're not able to claim anymore. But this seems the correct way.
You claim what?
Ah, okay.
A nice dinner? What are you claiming? I was like, yeah, that's a good point. He needs to claim
A
threefold
draw.
repetition. No, threefold repetition.
Ah,
Or
okay.
you need to be very specific in what you're doing.
You need to be specific, yeah.
You can't just yell, I claim, and the arbiter's like, okay, let's see which claim. No, that's so it can be difficult. But are they no, they're checking right now, right? He's
Yeah,
thinking and they're checking. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go to board 2 because they're still
Yes. This is a heavy ending, heavy
Yeah.
piece ending.
You need to get the current position. Heavy endgame. Yeah.
But who's to move? Oh, okay.
What?
Otherwise, there was queen d4, right?
Yeah.
So white to move. What to do?
You just played queen d2.
Queen d2. Okay.
So are you ready against Sapenov? And we're getting
Take.
this queen endgame, and now
Queen
black
endgame.
is going to go g6, I think.
Black is up one pawn.
Yeah, but it feels like he's up 2 pawns because this is
Yes.
worthless. They're heading back to board 1. I think they're. Yeah, the move now executed on board 1. You can see king d3. Well, you can't see here, but the move's being executed, and then.
And then probably the draw is
No, they
made.
can't. Yeah, I guess. Are they continuing? I'm not sure. Can we quickly see? Let's just go to the webcam on board 1,
Yeah.
see if they. They're still discussing. I'm just
There-
curious to
there's
see
the
what's
arbiter.
happening.
Seems like.
He made the move, and now they shake hands because it's over.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Draw.
That's a draw. Okay. Well done, arbiter team. Yeah. So this endgame should be very good for black. First of all, you always have perpetual because white is stuck with the king.
Yes.
You need to push your pawn, of course, create a pass pawn, and then still keep your king safe in the process. But with 3 pawns there, that should be easily possible. So for the match, that means that Kazakhstan is up 1 point now. So yeah, okay, they just don't have to lose as black, and that should be
because
easy.
it's 2-1 now for
Yeah.
Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
Yes. That should be manageable.
India's is somewhat lower rated, but they have a strong team, of course, because the Indian players. I mean, I think there was a recent example of a female Indian chess player who was almost last seeded in the tournament and managed to lead the tournament after rounds, and maybe she even won it. I'm not sure.
India is never to be underestimated.
No, but she had like 1700 something, and
Oh,
she
wow.
was just beating IMs, and that was crazy. But you know, that's just normal.
Yeah.
That's just normal these days.
But nowadays it is different than when we were kids, Stefan.
Oh, back in the old days.
Because you have a lot of players playing a lot online and not so much over the board, but really improving a lot online. So they're heavily underrated if they play an actual tournament, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And also, there are many countries. And I read this thing about this rating inflation in specific countries. I mean, if I know in China, for example, they play a lot of tournaments in China, so they almost have like a whole different rating ecosystem. They have their own ratings, and they're always under or overrated when they play outside of China, for example.
Yeah.
So that's it's difficult. And okay, these extreme occasions are always interesting, but you see some structural difference as well.
Yes. Okay, so black is giving some checks and now playing queen g4, which is a good move. There are no checks possible for white.
Yeah, so he needs to go to b2 to be able to give check. That's the only, or a1, but that's
Yes.
you have to go to b2 to give check, and
Indeed.
that's gonna be it for.
This is a very nice place for the queen. Can just indeed.
You can go to h3 already, and with some clever checks, you can get your queen to g2, and then push the pawn further. So h4 now. Yeah, easy game.
Yes, this is very difficult for white. So not if it's not losing immediately.
Yeah, so China won the match on against Switzerland, and also the match between the Netherlands and Latvia finished. Victory. Can you see how our second team is doing on table 4? Because
Yes,
I'm
of
just
course.
curious. Against Hungary, we haven't seen.
The Netherlands too. So
too many
they're
games.
finished already. It is a win for Hungary. 2.5, 1.5 it seems.
So they put up a good fight.
Yes, indeed.
3.5 against a half.
Sorry, 3.5
Yeah.
half. Yeah. So it
They
was
put up a fight.
Yes, indeed. Board 3 was a good draw, but 3.5 half. Yes.
In the meantime, Daniel Sapinov is making progress here.
Yeah, the H pawn is killing.
Yeah, only one check on c2, but
Yeah.
you can't give the check there because queen g6
Queen g6.
exchanges
pin.
queens.
Yeah.
So that means h2 is a threat, so you have to go queen h2, I suppose is what he... no, you went king b2. What's your plan after h2? Well, you had only 2 seconds left when you made the move,
Yeah,
so
this is
not really
queen
in time to do
c2.
something. And now queen g7, queen g2 and king f8 should be
And there are no
should be
checks.
game.
So queen h1, but that's not going to solve anything.
Nope. Yeah. Well played.
Well played, definitely.
You're still thinking about where to put the king? No.
He went,
Queen h1 is played, the queen is right in front of the camera.
Yes.
Queen h1 and queen h3.
Yeah, and then queen g3, queen g1.
Yeah, or even
Nothing to do.
queen f2, queen g1.
Yes.
You go with check all the way.
Yeah, this is done. So I think we're done on the top boards now.
Yeah, let's see the end of this game before we search for more ongoing games with the with our sneaky cameras.
Still one game going on here, but it's almost done. Kazakhstan 2. This is winning. Let's see where else there's still something going on. Oh, this is still interesting game. This is...
No, white is up a queen against a piece. That's not very
Ah,
interesting.
yes.
It's still ongoing, that's true.
Yes. Let's see what else there is.
I'm
This
not
is
getting...
also
a3 was played. Takes, king takes. Queen g3, queen c1. White is going for some desperate perpetual attempt, but there should not be any way of achieving that. Queen g2 probably, or queen g1 played also.
almost
Queen
everything is
h6
done.
check. And now king e7, no more checks. You went king g8, also no checks. And with queens on the G and H files, you'll be pretty safe.
Yes. I don't see anything still going on which is exciting.
Queen h4 played, and I think he's just going to promote. Yes, there's the second queen on the board. Queen d8 check, and now just king h7, I assume. And g7 you want. Queen takes d6, game is still going on, but this is no longer a problem for black, of course. Queen a7. She's gonna give some checks, maybe win the pawn on d5 or checkmate. Exchange
Yes.
queens, anything will do.
Okay, I think this is it. There are no other games. No, this is round one. A few, two or three games still playing, but the material advantage is huge.
Yeah, and here black is just gonna exchange the queens, or maybe
It's
look for a
nice to
checkmate.
play with two queens, though.
It is.
I almost never play with two queens.
Makes life easier. Yeah, and resigns after queen takes d5.
Yes. Okay.
So that means that Kazakhstan wins their match with 3-1, beating India. Let's chess results usually is not up to date instantly. Can't really blame the team because results come in very quickly in the end.
Yeah, they're not updated yet, indeed.
But I think we saw the top matches. What did Turkey do against the Netherlands for? Let me check those games. Because that's also one match we kept our eye on.
Yes.
Netherlands 3 against Turkey. That looks
got
like
it?
a 4-0 sweep. Yeah, Turkey won 4-0.
Yeah.
That was okay. Let's just briefly see how this game finished.
Yes,
Between
good
Gunala
idea.
and Ritzerveld, because was a game we were following closely.
Yeah.
And bishop takes c7 was played. Rook d7. Queen takes g7.
Queen g7.
Aggressive. Rook e8 and bishop. That's clever because you want the bishop here and then the queen in front maybe.
Yes.
And the queen can also go back to b2 now too.
Yeah. And then knight c6. Then it's
Then
much
you-
more dangerous.
Nice. e5. Takes. And knights.
Nice.
Good
Yes.
calculation.
Yes.
Winning the exchange. Nice. And I'm not sure how long it took. Okay. He just
Giving it back.
simplifies,
Okay.
and apparently this endgame is winning easily enough. g6. Okay, it's just well played.
Yes.
Good technique by White. Nice
Yeah.
attack. Well played. Turkey getting their revenge, at least winning 4-0. And so Netherlands 1 did win their match. Netherlands 2, I almost forgot that we mentioned them.
Yes, we did.
Did we also mention their? Oh yeah, they
Against
lost
Hungary.
against Hungary 3.5
Yes.
against a half.
Yeah.
And the other results we'll get on chess results anytime
Yes.
soon, I guess. So I think, having said all that, we can wrap up
Yeah.
round 2 of this FIDE World Youth Under 16 Chess Olympiad.
We're back this afternoon, right?
Yes.
4 o'clock.
Players
third
are
round.
heading for lunch, maybe analyze a bit, maybe prepare a little bit, and then at 4 o'clock they do start, and we will be live probably like 10 minutes before the start of the round, just to check the pairings, maybe look back at all the results of the morning round,
Yeah.
and I think we're going for lunch as well.
Definitely.
So thanks everyone for watching, and hopefully see you all back in the afternoon, and then also Bianca will be here with me for the last time, because
Yes.
after tomorrow.
After today, Anna-Maja Kazarian is joining. Yes.
Yes, so all right, see you guys in the afternoon, and goodbye.
take me home, take me on a ride. I got a good feeling about the colors lighting up your eyes. Take me home, take me to the sky. I got a good feeling. Tell me the only